Hey there. Hey, how y'all doing? Merry Christmas, you got us. You silly Joe. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we gonna give y'all a gift. We've been holding out on these podcasts. It's just we've been busy, and all kind of different things, and as a result, we have podcasts within the stash, which is what this one is. This is a podcast recorded way back when in the year 2017. And by some of the topics we talking about, of course it sound dated, but with this intro, we trying to give it a newer light. We just, we doing this to show you that we still here. This podcast is, of course, with Ada Vickers. This was a lot of fun, going into her life. She is a sweetheart. She sure is, and I feel, I feel she's a positive influence for some of the young women out here. Cause some of these women they don't have a lot of good people that they can look up to, no real role models. But Ada is that, and I'm pleasantly surprised. Oh, definitely, I am, and I hope to have her again. But we ain't gonna make this too long. I just wanna, open it up like this and say this one more thing. I wanna apologize for some of the colorful language within this, and we gonna try our best to edit it out. She had just when she goes there, she goes there. You know what I mean? So it ain't cussing just for the sake of cussing. It's she been through a lot. So I hope y'all enjoyed this podcast. Don't forget to stop and smell the roses. Bye for now. Hey there. How y'all doing? Well, we at it again. That's right. We at it again, babies. Oh, y'all already know. Every time we open up this is the Joe Show podcast. Y'all know every time I open it, I gotta open it with words of wisdom, you know, and just share, just sometimes share my thoughts, not necessarily words of wisdom, but share my thoughts on things, you know, and give my insight. It might not always be right if I've been wrong in the past on innumerable occasions, but I just like to share my thoughts and put it out there. Now I was looking at the paper, and I read about this young rapper, and he was known. He made some songs. He was like a local artist. I remember Rory told me about him. And then he make his rap songs, but they say he had one foot in the street, one foot in the studio. So, he was juggling both. And the thing is, when God gave you talent, he don't want you to use talent and use Satan's talent, which is the drugs, guns, and all that. He don't want you doing that. That's the devil playground, the streets, all that. And there's only one. You gotta make one choice. You gonna either be for one side and if you don't make the decision, gotta make that decision for you in split second. Quick like. Now I'm pretty sure some folk may know where this story going with me just saying that. Uh, one foot in the street, one foot in the studio. He wound up getting killed, and he was just about to get signed. Just about to get signed to a major label. I don't know what they said, what label they say it was, but he was just about to get signed. He's gonna get his family out that street. And I just want to say his family after the fact say, oh, he was so bright despite what he went through. We got to stop this, painting people like they were God or they was all good. It's been happening like that since Tupac got killed. They try to make it like, oh, he was this angel. No, he was a human with faults, and one of them faults it caught up to him. And I know that's hard to take and it's hard to believe, but that's how it be. Exactly, that's how it be. And he was caught up in the streets, and God made that decision for him ultimately, obviously, because he's no longer with us. And the family painted, oh, he was good, he was good. Let's be honest. If you doing dirt, you gonna get dirt done to you. Whether it be your family member or whoever it is. That bad stuff come back. It come back. And it come back hard. I done told my stories on here about the pain, and uh Payne Young, my grandson, and Big Trunks. And I told you what I did to them. I told y'all many times, and I got what I deserve, in time. I got my own set of hurt, because of what I did to him. And that's why I'm trying to keep clear of negativity. I try my hardest. And it ain't easy, but I'm not blinded by just one aspect. Oh, let me do evil here. Let me do. If I do something wrong, that's why I tell y'all. Y'all correct me. Y'all get on the message boards, but don't come with that foolishness of cussing me out, and all that different stuff. Don't come to me with that foolishness now, cause you will get blocked. I make sure my staff review it, and you get blocked. Now you come with 30 accounts if you want to. You gonna get your tail blocked. But that's all I want to say, y'all, and y'all young kids, y'all get out that stuff, it's only one way to go. If you thinking about going in there, just look at that story. You look at that story in a nutshell. Find your talent, find yourself, and just cause it might take you a while to find yourself, don't mean, you know, like it's better to take a long time to find yourself than a quick time to find your death. That's all I truly gotta say about that. They be saying little stuff. With one of my podcasts, somebody put L. What that mean? I say, what is a L? They just say L. I say, what is L? They say, oh, that was a loss. I say, what was a loss? They say it ain't like what I said, so that's a loss. And if they give you a W, that's a win. Whatever. I'd rather get a loss from my advice than be lost in life like you. Bars. Bars. Yeah. What is bars, mate? That's what my grandson keeps saying. Oh, Joe. He crazy. He always talking about some bars because I guess he watched the battle rap stuff and they be like, I got bars. And every time he say something, like say something slick or say something unique, he always saying bars. So I get it from him. He tickles me. Yeah. Now I also gotta talk about something else. So they wanted me to talk about this. The SummerSlam thing is still coming. XTV. We just was working on it. Uh, it ain't really a lot we gotta do really. Or it ain't a lot they gotta do. They got a few more vocal recordings to finish. You know, and a little touch ups on certain aspects of it. Other than that, they say we could expect it maybe this week or next week, this week coming up, that is. Um, and it'll be finished in full. And it is gonna be long now, so it's gonna be a long one because it's as long as it's taking us to work. Believe me, there's gonna be. They saying they expecting it to be an hour and maybe 50 minutes or an hour and 50. So yeah, it's gonna be a big one now. It's gonna be a big one. That's the expected rate. It's like dominoes. They tell you it's coming at 7:40, then they come way at 9 o'clock. Gotta work tomorrow. I should have took that steak out. Now, tonight's podcast, we have a guest that Justin made me realize why I ain't put her on here yet. We have Miss Ada Vickers. What's up? Ada Vickers. Mm. This is my first time talking to you. It might be. It might be. So feel funny acting like me, but yeah, it might be. Nah, Ada. We worked together on Can This Family Live Without Drama. Mm-hmm. And we had a good time. It was a pleasure working. Same. Nah, we know already a lot about you. So I'm gonna touch on my points. I kind of wrote some of these. Hey, before okay, after the aftermath, of let's just say the situation with your show. How was life? I don't think you ever touched on that after your Ada show. And the only reason I'm jumping, let me explain this. The only reason I'm jumping immediately to this is because you was on Justin's podcast and you kind of already explained certain things. I don't want to make this a repeat, of stuff you already heard. Yeah, and that's true because it can get redundant. But shoot, after the Ada show, I had kids. I was kind of wild though. I was kind of wild. I was ratchet. You know what I'm saying? People don't know that about Ada because I'm just, I'm more classy. But shoot, I was ratchet. I was out there. You know what I mean? And I was just trying to make that quick buck. And, life can just switch you around quick like. I'm like, okay, I'm out here and you just caught up in this glamorous world of ratchetness and big. Oops, excuse me. I'm sorry. This the second person that done swore on my podcast. I'm sorry. I was just trying to take y'all there. But anyway, it's just, you caught up in this world of ratchetness and, you know, uh, you blinded by that because like you don't know nothing else. And then when life hits you, I think Killer touched on that too. When life hits you, it's just like whoa, because you don't think about pregnancy, you don't think about that long term. What is this gonna provide me? You thinking about currently? I need $50 because I need to eat. I need some gas. I need such and such. You know what I mean? And you just kind of living for the moment. And then tomorrow come and whatever happened tomorrow will happen. But I'm gonna find a way to provide myself for tomorrow. And you just thinking about today, tomorrow, and that bullshit that happened yesterday. I'll solve it when it can run it to me in the future. That's the only aspect of the future you care about. And that's what I was. Well, at least that's what I was going through. You know what I mean? And so I just got caught up in that lifestyle, and then when I got pregnant, you know what I mean, that woke me up. It's like because I never expected it, baby. I never thought about that. You know what I'm saying? And when I missed my period, I'm like, what's going on? Am I sick? I kept saying, am I sick? And some of the I can't say that. I ain't gonna be disrespectful, you know what I mean? But some of the people I kind of associated myself with only brung my morale down, you know what I mean? And only brung me down. I just had them because I had nobody else. Me and Naomi and Dominique, like we wasn't getting along after the Ada show. We had what we had to say about each other, and that's just that's thunder out there, ladies and gentlemen. That's just how it was, and we wasn't talking no more. So the people I did associate myself with was some of them was fans from the show that only wanted to hang around me because of me being that star, and some of them was just I don't know her, but you'll be my friend too, just so I can look like I have some friends. I had these people in my life, and shoot, I remember one time, I just kind of just blurted it out. I was like pregnant. I found out I was pregnant, and then like maybe 2, 3 days after that, I'm like, y'all, I'm pregnant. I just kind of just blurted it out like that. And one of them said, you got to do something because I ain't about to take care of nobody, baby. You know what I'm saying? She was from New Orleans. And she was like, ain't gonna take care of nobody, baby. And I'm like, but I thought we was cool. I thought we was friends. We cool, but shoot, I ain't taking care of nobody else, baby. I got my own life to worry about. My life is my baby. And it's just once my kid came,
it was just me. You know what I mean? And it was just me and my daughter. And, well, my son, it was my son first, and my daughter in 2000. It was just me and him, and a boy at that. And boys are hard because we female, so we don't know what it is to be a boy, not none of that. So I'm like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? And I was just caught up in confusion and didn't know what to do. And I went to psychiatrists, and the thing is, I didn't know how to get help. You know what I mean? I just kind of just went to these different doctors and stuff and tried to hook up with them, basically. Oh yeah, I'm getting appointments to see this psychiatrist, this doctor, and I'm trying to, hook up with them. And some of them was married men and all that, and like but that just show you how blinded I was with just living for that moment. Like I was saying in the beginning, like I was just caught up, like, oh, I gotta make money for my daughter now, so let me stop talking to regular people and getting money out of them, and not talk to these, suit and tie doctors. And that only work, that only take you so far. And that's why I say it was a struggle. You know what I mean? Getting out, kicked out of apartments after apartments. You know what I mean? Car after car. That's right. Because you live through cars. Yeah, cause it goes from, it went from living in a mansion during the Ada show, living in a big mansion, big house. You know what I'm saying? I'm hitting your washer. Sorry, Joe. It's all good. But it went from living, lavishly to just living, trying to barely making it by. And it was just real bad. I didn't know what I was gonna do at all. And I continued to strip. I started to strip, and that was paying the bills, but it only, again, it only gets you so far. And then some clubs don't want to hire people like me because, I was like that black ratchet chick, always starting something, you know what I'm saying, that drama type of stuff. So I wasn't at the Mons Venus, you know what I'm saying, the big high scale clubs. I was at some old rinky dink, you know what I'm saying, Joe's Shack with strippers and lobster tails. Sorry, you good. You know what I mean? And that's just what it was. And just, you just at the worst place to be a strip club. It's like, somebody cooking seafood over there, so it's flies in this place, and it's stinking here, but it's strippers. Like, I worked at those kind of low budget places, you know what I mean, trying to get some money and trying to survive. And it was work to just make it by. Uh-huh. And you live from car to car. Yep, because I got kicked out of the mansion eventually and couldn't keep up with those payments. You know what I'm saying? Especially after the Ada show is gone. And, back then, shows would just happen. Like, it ain't like the show would happen again. You'll see it on a rerun. It's like you had to catch the Ada show. You had to catch these shows and, hit record on the VCR or whatever, and I got paid off of that episode that aired. So when the episodes was no more, like, I ain't getting paid no more. So it's like I gotta do these stupid things that I did. Escort services, only thing I didn't do really is stand on the corner. You know what I'm saying? But I kind of did the high scale thing of standing on the corner. You know what I'm saying? Like, I worked for a company, signed contracts to be a. Sorry, Joe. It's all good, Ada. He said, yeah, but that just touches my heart. Because, I mean, being that you've come from such a, messed up background. Well, not a messed up background, because your background was good for the most part. Yeah, like, I grew up with a very good family, I grew up in a rough hood, but shoot, I just kept a positive attitude, all through my life. And, with the Ada show, I think, that's probably where my mentality changed. You know what I mean? Like, first you with your friends and y'all just chilling on the porch, you know what I mean, joking, doing whatever y'all do. And then this show come, and you got the main name, and all these things that you never knew each other had just start coming out. Egos, beef, money, all this stuff. It wasn't until, I'll say, the middle of my life. I mean, I ain't old. Yeah, you saying the middle of your life. We at the middle of your life, Joe. You at the last. Y'all so silly, but Yeah, just like in my like late mid to late 20s, that's when stuff was hard, cause it was just like crazy. And I don't even remember your question. I don't either. I know I said something about you living in your car from car to car. Just basically though, y'all, it got bad, and like I couldn't keep up with certain payments from these insurance companies as far as the cars, so the cars get towed. You know what I mean? But I would do anything for me and my baby not to be on the streets. You know, did you ever know the daddy of your child? Yeah, and he was a dope dealer, so like he wound up getting locked up, and he wound up getting hurt in jail. You know what I mean? Really hurt. Where he was kind of unable to take care. And I found this out when I was pregnant with my daughter. You know what I mean? By the man, I'm still with. But like that was just a struggle for like those 2 years, 98 and 99. And I started trying to get my life back right in 2000, but I just kept falling into the same traps. You know what I mean? And it wasn't until he took me to church and stuff, and we started, praying and all that, where I truly got my life right. And things that I was begging to fall in place started to naturally fall in place because I wasn't so concerned with this need to happen, this need to happen. Yeah, and you get caught up in that when you've been struggling that long. You just like this need to happen, this need to go, 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 and you such in go, go, go mode instead of just let it happen mode. You know what I mean? Exactly, cause you want something for the moment, but then once you have it, you don't want it no more. You know what I'm saying? Or you used it and it's done being used. So I had to get to that stage in life where it's like, let go, let God, and be at peace. And that's why, again, I try to just keep it peaceful. I don't try to start nothing. That's why I was so mad when Yosi fought Naomi back in 2010. I know we ain't there yet, but because even I just came back to XTV and I wanted this to be a new era. When I came back in '09, I wanted this to be a new Ada where y'all don't, get me confused with that old what y'all seen back then. And it was like my old ways was kind of being shown through this misunderstanding. You know what I mean? It's like, darn, why this got to happen? How did you react? And again, we is jumping, but how did you react to Naomi doing such a thing, Ada? I kind of understood it, you know what I mean? Just a tad. And I'll tell you why. It's like like the reason she did it is not to be evil or like mess with Yosi like that, like not to get in her head. It's just cause that's the move she picked. I know it's weird when I say it, but that's what she picked. So it ain't like she could change it in the middle of the thing. Like that's the move she picked when she created herself. You know, XTV know what I'm talking about. And so it's like when she kept doing it, it was a mistake because I think you could only choose from like two or three moves, and that was just one that was just more fitting for her. So she wasn't doing it to be mean or malicious, But Yosi took it that way because shoot, you don't kick me in my crotch. You know what I'm saying? I don't know you like that. I'm just getting to know you, and this is a bad introduction with you kicking me in my crotch. And I think she did it on a corner and just regularly when they just kind of just stood up and fought each other face to face. But again, it wasn't to be malicious or mean, and I think since then, like especially me, I'm careful when I choose what moves I'm gonna pick. Like I'm careful because I don't want to do nothing like that. I don't want to wind up fighting somebody I'm cool with because the fans want to see it, and I do something mean. You know what I'm saying? That's disrespectful. And I think a few people take heed to that after that incident because it can show you how things can change. And that was just the unnecessary feud. Like, we need a list of unnecessary feuds. And because that was one. That was just, I wish it didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? Because again, I'm coming back to XTV. I'm trying to be peaceful, and that's on my resume. Because I'm associated with both Yosi and Naomi, and the media was like, Ada, who you choosing? Yosi and Naomi, Yosi and Naomi. Who more of your friend? People asking dumb questions. I can't stand him. just asking dumb questions like that, and I'm like, I just hope this feud ends. I didn't say I want her to win. I just want it to end. I didn't want that to happen. And at least on me had came out of that. But other than that, I wish the feud didn't happen, and I'm glad it's over. Uh, they're a lot more closer now. I remember they hugged afterwards. We got that on the post Christmas recording. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that was just a thing that I thought my past was gonna repeat itself. But it didn't. Thank God. Now you say you were struggling for 2 years. You were still like once your son came. What made you wanna just slap all that out? All that ratchetness. Meeting my just going through the same thing, you know, and just feeling like something gotta change. You know what I'm saying? And first it would just be like, oh, these people gotta change. Oh, this gotta change. This gotta change. All these different things would just kind of repeat in my mind, and then it's just like, let me try to change. And I tried to change, but I couldn't do it. Like it wasn't because I was just stuck in my ways. And so, once I met, my first husband that I've been with, homo, it's just that we just kicked it off immediately. You know what I mean? And when we first started though, Joe, I was just bad to him. Like I would cheat on him, um, a lot, and it's just his way of reacting. You know what I mean? And he'll just be like, "I know you cheated on me." Like I remember one time, after a ratchet night. I'm coming home, and all the lights are turned off. I think he's asleep. I think the kids sleep, but I see a silhouette of him, and he like turned around, and then all I hear is, "I know you did it," and I'm like, "Huh?" And he's like, "I know you did it. Don't ask what friend or who told me that you cheated on me. I just know you did it. You know what I mean? I ain't stupid." But if you want your life to self-destruct, so be it. But I'll be here to watch it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not just here to watch it. I'm here to protect you from your own self-destruction. But and truthfully, he was a guardian angel. You know what I mean? He was watching over me the whole time, and just how much he would take in order to fix me and make sure I'm right. You know what I mean? I'm like, dang, like I cheated on him. I did this to him. I did this in front of him. Just all kind of messed up stuff. You know what I mean? And he would catch me all the time. His whole thing, like he wouldn't be all messed up and be all in my face, like, why the F you cheated on me? Why you did this? Why you did that? He'll just be like, look, I know you caught up in your ways, but I'm still here for you. And we didn't get married to what, 2003 or probably later in 2000, you know. And we was cool for a little while, but them old friends came back in the picture. So you mean those people that came after Naomi and Dominique, that you say you ain't gonna mention their name? Nah, they left once you had your kid. The New Orleans girl. I ain't taking care of nobody else's kid. Her tell. She finally came back in my life. And I'm just thinking a friend from the past. Like I'm not thinking delete this person because of how she treated you. I'm thinking, hey, I ain't seen you in a long time. We seen each other at the grocery store, at the mall or something. I'm just like, hey girl, what's up, what's up? And we hugging and all that. And that's my friend again, at least I think, but that's the wrong friend to have because she introduced me back to the lifestyle I left. And, again, I'm doing all this in front of him. And this time I got a daughter, and he like, you need to set a better example, you know what I mean? And this time he was getting mad though. Can I say one cuss word? Oh, go ahead. At least you asked me this time. You said you so damn stupid for damn cheating for cheating on me. Like this when he was getting frustrated, you know what I mean? And I just was like, he was like, you dumb, because and I was. It was like this time it's tough love. Like I ain't just gonna sit here and be a nice guardian angel. Like, oh, I love you. Like, nah, I'm the guardian angel that tell you fucking up and you need to get your shit together. You know. And I was, and let's just say, doing a drunken haze, you know, it's hot. Doing a drunken haze, I said, damn, I almost crashed into a police officer. You know what I mean? And basically, I was drunk and I was driving, and then the police officer kind of used his car to push me into my driveway. I later found out it was him. You know what I'm saying? He was a police officer, my husband, following. But like he was and I didn't even notice. You know what I mean? I didn't know he was a police officer because again, like I was caught up in that world. You know what I'm saying? And it's just crazy all the stuff he would let me do in a way. But he wound up just like taking me home. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, and I'm lucky to have him find out I was, in a car that was like messed up and the license plate expired and everything and I'm drunk driving. If that was anybody else, I would have been in jail. But, he wound up taking me home and it took a long time, but one time he took me to church and I confessed my sins and got my stuff together. And that's the good thing about it, and a lot of people can learn things from that. Some people think that you got to be a statistic. You got to be that thing that, didn't make it. And they take pride in being a statistic. They got songs bragging about it. But at least you was able to say, I'm not going to be. I'm going to not only not be, I'm going to influence others to not be this and not to travel in this dark road. And I mean, it took you a long time, but I mean, how long would you say it took you? Forever, it felt like, but truthfully, it was 1 year. You know what I mean? Like I said, he took me to church, and I went to rehab, cause I just went there though. It wasn't really for a specific drug. It was just for excess of everything, basically. And that's what I put on the thing. Everybody would be like, "Oh, I'm an alcoholic." I say, "I'm Ada. I do everything." And like I wasn't never on nothing hard like cocaine or nothing. It was just like weed, liquor. You know what I'm saying? And I got kids, and I'm stripping all the time. It was that, and just the party life all the time. Every day can't be a party. Sometimes you got to sit back and smell the roses and throw out the dead ones. You know what I'm saying? And I went to rehab. I talked to people, and I was religious to going there. You know, and now every now and then I go there to help other people that go through things. I do motivational speaking, and stuff like that. And so yeah, that took a whole year for me to get right. And they was telling me I should come back to XTV. It was like, Ada, you should come back. Well, my daughter, um, Deja, yeah, her butt. She was so bad. That's my dog though. That's my dog. Deja LaButt was telling them, oh, you should come back to STV because they was getting to around the age where they knew what I did and what was going on. And they was seeing all the Ada show and the old episodes. But I thought it wasn't no reruns of the Ada show. So how was they able to see that? Well, that's when XTV 24/7 came out. You know what I mean? And they was able to watch it, and they seen me on that Ada show, and they was like, you should come back, and I'm like, I'm not doing that. And everything I said I wasn't gonna do, I just wound up doing. I said I'm not coming to XTV for one time, for this time. And 2009 happened, and I did. They wanted to do a a DVD of the Ada show out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? They just wanted to get me to just do it. And it was just one of them things I felt was like, it's going to happen and it's going to be a disaster. Nobody's going to like it. I think this is coming after Catman from 2008 to '09. I think it's coming off of that series. So you know how XTV is. When one thing do bad, they just kind of expect the next thing to follow to do even worse. And we had the elements of this is not gonna work. You know what I mean? Because looking back at it, it's like all they did to type in a picture for me was type in really nice black woman hair. They typed that into Google Images. You know what I mean? Really nice. And then Shantae Moore popped up. The same picture that they used for me. And that's when they said, that's a good picture for Ada. And they just wound up using it, telling the story of the Ada show. And Joat loved it. I'm just having memories of that. Of Tony B showing his big behind booty. I cut that thing off. Man, May has been saved most of her life. Okay, I've never done no excess, no drugs, no nothing like that. I grew up a church woman. Um, but when I seen that boy's fat black booty, and it was ashy, I'm down, Joe. Yeah, it was gross. But I was glad to tell that story, and then I finally met up with Naomi and Dominique. We hugged and everything. My husband was on it, and it did very well. And we were surprised. They was like, Ada, we need you for this, we need you for that, and I'm like, okay. And just everything I said I was gonna do one time, I've been doing since that. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing autographs, helping people, and just I came back, and then I teamed with Yosi. Y'all seem like y'all have known each other all y'all life. Everybody say that. It's true, Ada. I mean, for y'all not to know each other around the time you was doing the Ada show, cause you was just, this is gonna be weird to people, but you was just a toy, and Yosi was Joette. She was on SIDE. Y'all was two different places, so there was no way y'all spirits could connect, at all. But when I look at y'all backgrounds, both of y'all very similar. You know what I mean? As far as what y'all went through, she's a wrestler and you're a TV show personality. But how did y'all even click? I don't know. I really don't. Um, it just happened at random. You know what I mean? Sometimes when you get two spirits together, that's just meant to be together. That's just what happened. And me and Yosi, that's the homie. Like seriously. And we be just talking and laughing about everything. It just makes sense. Certain people are put in your life for a reason in the season. And that's just one of them people that's put there. Like she was supposed to get there. Again, you said we both got similar backgrounds, and when you have that much similarity with a person, and y'all past is that strong, when y'all see each other, is real, recognize real. And that's just what that was. And we just both got each other. We just been friends since that. Like I can't say what it was. I can't say what conversation it was, because we've had countless conversations. So it's not like she said one thing and I'm like, oh, you're gonna be my best friend forever. It's like, no, our spirits talked. You know what I mean? And from now on, we've been very good friends since then, and it ain't gonna stop. They always trying to pit us. Oh, Ada and Yosi, it's not gonna happen. And I think our friendship has changed XTV, because before was people would be friends, but then they'll fight and break up. You know what I mean? Because everybody, I don't care what nobody say after this, everybody want to be like doggone Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty or something like that. That wrestling. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. Everybody always want us to break up and something to happen, but it's not. Because our friendship is real, and it's not like scripted or fake. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's just what it is. Now, do the right thing happens. Yo, mine. Ada again. It's like there you are. Fun. That's truly all I want to say. I think Charles Dean put it like this. Like that was like being a part of a graduation class or something. It's like the best top XTV stars from the last 10 to 5 years up to that point was all involved in that. You know what I mean? And I think he said it completely wrong when he worded it on his shoot interview he did, but that's truly what he meant. It's like being a part of everybody that's been good from this point, like '05 all the way to 2009, at that point. And everybody just pitched in and did their thing and made that movie not only newer, but made it more XTV than anything else. And that's crazy because, like, that's what we struggle with. Well, that's what they struggle with on the West. Always trying to make, you know what I'm saying, something like like a movie and trying to make something like just so XTV, but what everybody else already know. And we was able to do it. And even though what happened with it, everybody going, you got to talk about that if you're going to talk about it, but truth be told, it's a great time capsule to see what was going on in the THG era of things. You know what I'm saying? Who was talking and who meant a whole lot. And me, Killer, Wells, all of us, it's just crazy because like before we would record, the people that didn't like each other, their feelings would be heard, their feelings would be felt. Killer, his nobody liked him at that time. I understand he a legend. And that's what I can't stand, Joe. That's what I can't stand. It's like everybody we done had on our podcast thus far talks about this little chump. And I can't stand him. Ada, I can't stand him. I think everybody in XTV at this point knows I can't stand Killer. But he just need his butt slapped, man. Like that's it. Killer just need his ass beat. You know what I'm saying? And the same thing happened sometimes with Bobby. Even though Bobby cool with me, the Bobby's a little more better. But sometimes Bobby be saying stuff out the side of his neck about Trunks and other people. He just need to get hit a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And maybe then he'll be straight. Just one of them people. Got a butt whooping coming, but they don't know it. And I didn't used to let Killer get to me. I mean, not as much as Yosi at least, and that's no disrespect to Yosi, but like, I guess she's seen certain things because I kind of cut XTV out, but like when I had my hiatus, so maybe she seen things I didn't see. Like I never bring it up when we talk. You know what I mean? Because I just see how mad she get when he brought up. So I'm just like, I ain't gonna ever say nothing about Killer around her. She don't like him. And his butt always coming around, always bothering her. He do. He stay, you such and such. Leave a woman alone. You see the woman don't want nothing to do with you. She don't care about you from excuse me, from what you're wearing to what you're thinking. So leave her alone. That's what I be saying. Every time I see him on that scene, I just want to smack his tail right out that doggone thing. He just stay messing with that woman, and she don't do nothing. All Yosi want to do is provide for a family. She want to, make her marriage with LT very good. She want to, but this boy is always harassing her. Her and Bill Hunter. And I don't know what Bill Hunter problem is. He's drunk. He's drunk. Everybody know that he just a drunk, and with Killer, that boy just need, like you said, he need to get punched square in the face, and I think he'll be straight. But to be honest, I kind of felt like, in '09, when they did the Saw thing, him, LT, and Walter, like I felt like when they did that, that kind of changed their behavior a little more. They wasn't just starting stuff because they was finally disciplined for their actions because they was bad, and they finally got what they need. Except Walter, I think Walter just did it because my dogs ain't just gonna do it. I'm gonna do it with him, even though he got messed up the most. Sorry for laughing at you, Walt, but he just got hurt the most. But working with him on that set, I just kept my distance, and I would see little stuff he would do, little stuff he would start. and I just let them be. Shoot, and I just try not to give no eye contact because I ain't want to be next. Because I knew if I was next, I would be pushed to being that diva that image I didn't want to be, as I said. So I just stayed away from Killer. I stayed away from the hotheads, if you will, and I just kept close to more positive people. And I think that was the main issue when I first started in XTV. I was around people that wasn't looking out for my best interest. I was just trying to get people to be my friend just to be my friend instead of just really getting people that care about my well-being and everything else. And again, it took a while to delete them people from my life, but I'm glad they gone. And that's why I put myself with Yosi, Naomi. I be like, I say, call me boring, call me ugly, call me whatever you want to call me. But when it all settles down, you know what I mean? And I see my life. I know what I am. I know what I'm bringing to the table. I'm not hurting nobody. I'm not thinking of hurting nobody. All I'm truly trying to do is just provide for my family. Excuse me. Trying to provide for my family and just trying to do the right thing. And if that's wrong in your eyes, you ain't living my life. You ain't living my life. You don't know my life from this red shirt to what I'm thinking tomorrow. So it don't matter. And that's why you can't let leeches in, because they can distract you from what you think of yourself. And that's why people like you are very inspirational. I mean, how your kids? I know how your kids? My kids good. My kids really good. You know what I mean? They the biggest blessing in my life. My son, he about to graduate. You know what I mean? Oh, that was great. He about to graduate. It's crazy. Like I had him back in 1998 when I was going through all that ratchet phase and all that, living from car to car. He say, every time I talk to him about it, he be like, Mom, I don't remember none of that. I say, huh? He say, I don't remember none of that. But he grown now, it's weird, and he even said he thinking about coming to XTV. He said, I want to do XTV like you do. He be saying stuff like that. I'm like, you don't want to come here, but I said, do what you want to do. Just look at my story, all right, and understand that. And he said, I'm a boy, I ain't gonna fall into those traps. I'm saying, we'll see. So, my son may be coming to XTV, about to graduate, and stuff like that. So, well, how about your daughter? My daughter's good too. Deja, little butt. She get on my nerves. Cause she at the age where, she getting more. She's 7 years old, so she knows what she want now. You know what I mean? She like, Ma, I don't want that outfit. I want that outfit. And smart mouth and little bad girl. She ain't my baby no more. She that badass girl now. So going back in the chronological order as XTV West like to do. So you did do the right thing. What followed that? A crazy run in XTV. Me and Ada dominate. I mean, me and Yosi dominated the tag team division, and we beat Sus and White Fang. Shocked the world of XTV when that happened. And just really, really, really being successful. And this was coming way too fast, but I was taking it. I was more appreciative of it, and just everything that was happening. Like I won comeback of the year, and that just blew me away. Like some people like, Ada, you knew you was gonna win. I'm like, no, I didn't. Like I truly don't know stuff until it happened. Even though I see the fans love me, this person love me, this person writing me, even though I'm a part of all this, I don't expect that. You know what I mean? I don't know what to expect. I just know to appreciate things more, every little thing that I get. And then when I get something like that, I was blown away, because people don't think about it, but '09 is the one of the first times Payne quit drugs. You know what I mean? And he was clean, and he was really clean, and he was doing well for himself, and eventually he fell back into that trap. You know what I mean? But still, like, he came back really good, and he wasn't in the ring, but he was entertaining a lot of people. And East Coast might not even remember this, because this is very old, and that was my competition. His story alone, you know what I mean? Somebody that come from hard drugs and stuff like that, compared to just me, who had a good DVD, and I had a good match with Yosi and stuff, but or good tags, held down the belts and stuff, but I didn't expect it. And I got it and I was happy. I partied like probably that whole month. I just didn't go in my ratchet phase, just had a cake. I had a male stripper do what I used to do. You so silly. Now, like you said, you was just completely successful in 2010. What I have to ask you is what happened to the Ada show? Cause from what was going on, there was supposed to be an Ada show or all these different things. What wound up happening? Too much, you know. 2010 is the year that they was trying to do way too much things in XTV West, and it's okay, but you don't ever want to overload your plate, cause it's gonna fall over, or you might drop it, and we dropped the plate basically. You know what I mean? On and just the whole lot. Like me, Killer, and Trunks was supposed to have a show, and it was gonna be like the Simpsons home run or something like that. It was gonna be that, and we were gonna get Simpsonized. And this show was been supposed to happen, but like I wasn't gonna be Marge Simpson. At first when that was announced, it was gonna be somebody else, and it was gonna be Killer, Dixie, and Trunks was gonna be Homer, and I was gonna be Marge. This is the second time this show was supposed to happen, and we had great chemistry. We did like a test run, which was not aired or recorded, but it was like, damn, this is good. The disc wound up getting messed up, and it wound up not happening. So it's like, okay, well, that's gone. And that's when we tried to do the Ada show, and we still got the audio to this day. It's just it's ear piercingly annoying, Joe. Ear piercingly. It's just so bad. It's really bad. It's like, and then we trying to do different sound effects. We had like a baby crying, and all you hear is, and it's like real bad and the worst pitch ever. So it's like, that's what we was trying to do. And the reason we did it like that is because we had just got Pinnacle Studio 13 or 12, Studio 12 Pinnacle. We had just got it, and we didn't know what we was doing. We just seen, oh, we got sound effects, and let's do the Ada show. That's pretty much how it was. Like, it wasn't no true thought behind it. It was just, let's do the Ada show because we have sound effects. We just kind of played with those, and we didn't fix the quality on the mic and make it as epic as it could have been. And they put Killer in it, and it's okay to work with. It was okay to work with Killer. He just crazy. He played too much. You know what I'm saying? And but that was okay. It wasn't it though, and it wound up just getting pushed to the wayside, and just like a lot of stuff that year though, just pushed to the wayside. Like, I don't know. And so from there, hold on, we moved to The Wizard of Oz. Lord. A disaster. Just again, but this is worse than the Ada show, because it's like this is something that had no direction again. Like, it was no direction with it, and we was trying to do what the old XTV did, and that tall boy, oh Lord, I can't stand this, but he was right. Tavari, he was absolutely right. Because one time he had kind of did a shoot on DT. He was doing DT cone racing or something, and it was just something he was just doing out of random, and it was very entertaining to us. But I guess LT just woke up, and as usual, always just randomly starting with people. You know what I mean? And then he went off on DT talking about something. inward doing what we used to do. You know what I'm saying? We used to do these type of shows and stuff like that. He just going in for no reason. Everybody having fun. You know what I'm saying? And we telling the East Coast, yeah, man, this is good. We doing this. And that's the first thing he do when he open his mouth. You know what I mean? But to be honest, even though the way he said it was so wrong, and I can't stand him to this day, it's just he was right though. You know, like when you've when you've come so far. I'm tired of stuttering. When you've come so far, it's like it's dumb to go back. You know what I mean? That's the way we used to do it. Just play a video game and sit there. And it wasn't recorded. It wasn't like we was doing anything better than what we was already always doing. You know, it was not furthering the process of XTV West Coast. It wasn't. It was the same way we've been doing what we did. So how is this going to work? How is this making DT better? How is this making a uh, product of XTV West better? It's not. And so, you know, that's truly what he was saying. But, you know, you take it to his ignorant behind talking something. This is stupid, you know, like how he did when he ran it like that. But he was right. And that's the same thing with the Wizard of Oz thing. It's like, you know, us just doing it is like we did this already. You know, just cause we recording it, like that don't make it no better. You know what I mean? 90 used to record his episodes. It's like, let's do something that's gonna make XTV people say, "Oh, XTV West is good," you know. And that's when we started working on Candace. Candace family live without dramas. When I first met you, we had just seen the Madai movie. She say Madai. And you know it's a good movie. It's real good. But we was just like Tyler Perry made the same old movie. I think detail you somebody said it, and we just wound up hitting record and we just acted like everything we seen in the movie all together. And that's the thing. I think I said this before. It was supposed to be a diss movie, and we had detail on this, and he talked about it. It started off as us kind of dissing Tyler Perry's movies and stuff, but it just truly became his own thing. You know what I mean? And it's nothing like that. You know, you may see little hints of what it was supposed to be whenever we finish the project, but it's probably too small to even notice. But yeah, it was shots at Tyler Perry thrown a few times, you know, on that thing, but I think it got to the point where we was just like, that's that man art. Let's show you how it truly is. And we came from our perspective, and it's something we still working on. We going against Killer's Cosby Show, which is the biggest talk. You know, what's gonna be better, the Candace family or the Cosby Show? And truthfully, I just hope the best project win. Cause I'm doing it from the heart. Like, you know, people be like, "Oh, it's competition, it's competition." I don't get caught up in that. You know, I feel like I've secured my legacy enough where I don't have to compete with this, compete with that. I can just do this for fun. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, so whether that project does what it does or this does what it does, it's making history either way. You know what I mean? Like, you go and enjoy it because these are two different art styles being done that's never been done before. You know what I mean? Who can lose when both products are great? So that's why I ain't tripping over that. Um, you know, y'all can if y'all want to out there, but over here, everything good. Now I missed something. Mary, get my reading glass. Here you go, Joe. I'm missing something right there. Your feud with Foxy Hot. Another misunderstanding. You know what I mean? I know I said I wanted a clean, you know, background when I came back, but she would just talk so much trash, and I just couldn't stand it, you know, cause it would just eat at me, you know. And it wasn't like sometimes what she was saying. Some things she was saying was true, and it's like some things I'm like, you better shut up, you know. It's just somebody testing you mentally, and you know, when you break it down, that didn't make me look bad. It made it look like I was defending for myself, and they even got one moment where I'm like, yeah, great costume, Foxy. You look like a pussy. Fire liner, fire liner, fire liner, fire liner. You know what I mean? I remember that. I remember that. And y'all feud lasted for some time, huh? Mm-hmm. But we bet after that. Maybe one day we'll fight again, but I ain't finna feud with that girl cause she don't want it. She definitely don't want it. Oh, you starting now. I'm just being honest. She don't want it. Like, I'm confident with my move set on the game. You know what I mean? Where I feel like I might, because I think I said I was gonna do one more round, but shoot, I might not. You know what I mean? I'm feeling that good about it. Where it's like I ain't scared of nobody. Even if I do lose or whatever, when I come back, it's gonna be like you ain't gonna remember my loss. Excuse me. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how I feel about that. Our feud went on too long, and they show you who the heel and who the face was. But let me make this point. Some people let things go on too long and don't realize it's making them look bad and making them fall off. And this is gonna be a shot at Chantel. Uh-oh. They're getting juicy. Now I ain't trying nothing. It's just earlier tonight we was in the room. It was me and Bob was watching the podcast, something he was doing, and Shan just came out there berating him while this boy trying to hook up with Jessica B. Some girl he interested in, and she just mouthing off to him. Same thing with them twins, Trisha twin and old girl. It's like y'all be quiet and let people live their life. You know what I'm saying? And these gimmicks have been done to death already. And and if you continue to do it, it's not like nobody's gonna get hurt from what was already being done, except the person that's continuing to do it and not evolving. And I feel like Chantel is not evolving, and as a result, she ain't on the game. You know what I mean? Like, find a better way to put that energy out. Be creative. And I think that's just what's killing a lot of people is lack of creativity. A lack of evolving, and that will ultimately not kill the product of XTV, but your career. And people gonna be like, why did we like you in the first place? You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to berate her. I ain't calling her no names. I'm just saying, get your stuff together. It's ugly. That's that, I believe. Yes. Anything else you gotta say? You got coming up, Ada? Just Candace family. We gonna work. We working on that. They trying to do the SummerSlam thing. They tried to fit everybody in there, but I'm not a part of it, unfortunately. You know. But they gonna have an alternate version of SummerSlam. I heard. And do different things with it. But other than that, just Candace family live without drama, and I'm beating a lot of people on the game. I'm gonna try to train Jackie B some more. I really feel like she got a bright future in XTV. Killer need to leave that girl alone. It's another person he bothering. She a sweet. Remember the Thanksgiving Joe? Yeah, yeah. She was the first person to introduce. Hi, I'm Jackie B. She was so nice and sweet, and Killer just he try to ruin everything. He got a very corrupted mindset, and a lot of people say, I want him to be on your podcast, man. One young folk, I want him to be on your podcast, man. You know you can get him on your podcast. You know you can get him on your podcast, man. Come on, man. Why you playing, man? I'm sorry. That's just how I talk. I say, I don't have to do something because you want me to do it. I do something when it's in my heart to do it. It's in my heart to put Ada on here, DT. Even though she cussed like twice, he cussed like 13 times. it's. So I don't know if I want to have Killer on here. And I was watching him too, because people like Killer change, Killer change. He out there messing with B-Boy. He out there messing with Malia. He out there messing with Fox. He always starting stuff. Always. He may have changed to some people. You know what I mean? Maybe he wears shoes different. Remember he used to wear diapers and tights, Joe? Remember that? That boy silly. He crazy. And All you can do is pray for somebody like that and be grateful you ain't like them. With that being said, Ada, thank you for this time. Oh, thank you. Oh, this has been a Joe Show podcast. I'm trying to do it like Jadma. He say the Jadma podcast. This the Joe Show podcast, and I always gotta end it positive by saying, don't you forget to stop and smell the roses on your way today. See ya.